the most crucial step would be the planning that
initial
goes
planning.
into it. Yes, and I can't stress that enough.
Somebody who's experienced in their financial planning and everything. So it depends on where you go and who you talk to.
Excel is your best friend when it comes to that.
Hello and welcome to GEPic Journeys, the lifestyle podcast. We are back with another exciting and informative episode for you. We will be diving into the world of finance today. And as always, we have three very interesting guests with us today. Our first speaker is an executive director at a leading organization in the tea industry. He has a background in corporate finance, and he will be speaking about personal financial management today. Hello, Shane. Can you tell us a bit more about yourself?
Yes, so after my studies overseas, I came back down and I was working at one of the big four audit firms.
Okay.
Not in audit, I was in corporate finance and mergers and acquisitions. So I got the exposure to work in a whole load of different industries, ranging from hotels, tourism, banking, finance, insurance, construction, so on.
Okay.
So that was a very good sort of place to get a lot of exposure. And then I moved on to the tea industry, where I'm at right now.
Thank you. And this was in 2016, correct?
Joined the tea industry in 2016. Yes.
Next up, we have Charisma, who is from a business background. And at the moment, she currently serves as the PR and HR head for Shandong, the Chinese Kitchen, and Hebrews Cafe. And apart from that, she is the mother of two wonderful kids. Charisma, could you tell me a bit about how you got into this career and a bit about your educational background?
Sure. I went to a local school in Sri Lanka,
Okay.
but I got a scholarship to go to America.
Okay.
And in Texas, San Angelo University. I was there for 4 years, studied business. And then once I returned to Sri Lanka, I joined as a management trainee with Ceylon Tobacco. I was there for another 5 years. So business has always been
always been involved, yeah.
yes. And so then I also went to Canada, and I was also again working there as well. So then once I returned after I got married and had kids, now I'm helping my husband with his business. Yeah.
And finally, you could say he's been around the block. He started off by studying mechanical engineering, and then he went on to IT sales. And then the list goes on and on. He moved to Canada. He headed one of the biggest multinational electronics retailers, to be one of the best branches in Canada, most profitable branches in Canada.
Yes.
And then now he's involved in exporting tea. So welcome, Gaston. Thank you so much for joining us
Thank
today.
you for having me and giving
Yeah.
the opportunity.
And can you tell us a bit about how you changed the field that you were working in over the span of your career?
Yes. Firstly, I always adopted a concept like the red car concept, I call it.
Yeah.
So one said, if you see a red car, did you notice a red car coming to work today? And one would say, no, I didn't notice a red car. But if you ask, I'll pay you $50. If you count the number of red cars, for each car that you see, I'll pay you $50. You would be noticing the red car next day for sure. So I had always adapted that mentality and saying, look, I need to keep my eyes open
For new opportunities.
new opportunities, whether it's in my field or whether it's outside my field. So having said that, I haven't earned much money at all in my field of mechanical engineering, but all my my income or my assets have been made through whether it's marketing or whether it's electronics industry, or from there I'm going to the food industry. So the concept was to keep your eyes open for an opportunity which is a good opportunity, and then hold on to it and move forward in that.
Thank you. So as you all know, the podcast will be divided into 3 segments. So the first segment is budgeting, investing, and saving. And my first question is for Shane. So when it comes to effective budgeting, what do you think the key components are? And how do you think someone could develop a budget and make sure that they align with their personal financial, it aligns with their personal financial goals?
So in my opinion, Mela, the most crucial step would be the planning
The
that
initial
goes
planning
into it.
stage,
Yes, and I can't stress that enough. So let me tell you a quote from Winston Churchill, who said, "He who fails to plan is planning for failure." So this is again to emphasize the importance of planning. So if I break this process down into a couple of steps, first step would be to define your financial goals, because this is what you're obviously aiming for, and you need to sort of break it down further. So that can be short term, usually something maybe going up to about 12 months, medium term, going up to about 3 years, and longer term, which is something usually beyond 5 years. So depending on age, gender, marital status, so many variables, your goals could vary. So it could be, for example, for someone who's very young, maybe saving for a car, maybe a house, a wedding, and someone who's a bit more mature, it could be saving for your retirement. So it's very important to identify and map what your sort of goals are, financially as well as non-financially, and then from there you break it down a step further. So then you realize, okay, if it's, for example, a house or a car or whatever it is your goal is, you work backwards and see where you want to be in that period of time. And once you've identified that, then you know, okay, how much financially you need to save. And so that's sort of one important step. You also have to factor in other aspects like inflation and compound interest. So compound interest is obviously a good friend, whereas inflation is your enemy. So next step would be to, if you do a detailed budget, so I mean your incomes and your expenses. Income is obviously very straightforward. You know what it is. You can try to have additional streams of revenue, but if you look at your expenses, which is sort of the tricky part when it comes to most people, personally I would say you scrutinize all of your expenses, see what's really necessary, what's not necessary, and what you could maybe eliminate to help you save more. Also, it finally comes down to each person. So some people may be a bit more disciplined compared to others, and if you're not, I would say one piece of advice would be to have multiple accounts, or overseas what I think you would call maybe cash envelopes. Not literal cash envelopes, but basically you're splitting your income, or what your account that your salary goes into, you split it into multiple accounts. One for sort of regular expenses like living, food,
Categories,
groceries, and one for irregular expenses, which maybe not as often, but things that you can foresee, maybe like a car insurance, which is once a year, but you know it's coming up. It's also important to plan for non-regular expenses, like unforeseen, like have an emergency fund sort. Because one of the key sort of mistakes that most people make is as soon as something goes wrong, as soon as there's some sort of health problem or some sort of unforeseen expense, they dip into the savings, which obviously doesn't help if you want to, if you have some sort of goal in mind. And once you do all of that, you have some sort of saving. Initially, it might be in a savings account, but periodically you can look into other savings options as well, maybe deposits, stock market, unit trust. I mean, there's so many different options which we might talk about a bit later. Finally, I would say discipline is very important, because finally it comes down to that. You can have so many plans, but if you're not disciplined, it's all essentially down the drain. And make sure, for example, in the multiple account sort of setting, that you don't overspend For example, what most people do is if you have an allocated amount and you reach the end, then you use like a credit card to go beyond that, which is again
the wisest thing to do.
Not the wisest thing to do. Yeah.
It's a very good point that you brought up, the envelope side of things. And then one of the best ways I found was that you open an account that you pre-authorize your savings. Every paycheck, X number of amount goes into that account.
Something like a standing order.
Standing order. Every month it goes out. And for that one, you don't get a debit card or a credit card against that account. That account should be that you want to withdraw money, you have to go to the bank physically and stay in the lineup, fill out a piece of paper to withdraw. If you have easy access to that account, the tendency is that emergency comes, you automatically, oh, I have that as a backup to go to. So bank wants to give you, said, oh, you have this much saved or you have this much collected. We'll give you a credit card or we'll give you a line of credit. No, thank you. You don't want it. And you don't want easy access to that account either. So make it sort of disappear basically, but don't look at how much of a balance you have. You know money is going out, but don't keep looking at it. So temptation is sort of kept away. We are doing that.
It's actually a good point that you mentioned, and it sort of runs into the next question that I have for Charisma. So the next question that I have is, when it comes to saving and investments, how do you differentiate between the two, and what's the thought process that you go through when you are sort of allocating money for your savings, and or you think, okay, maybe I should invest this much and save this much? What exactly is the thought process there?
Especially for a newcomer, right? Who's new to financial planning, I think either way you have to first start saving.
Okay.
You know, I think what Shane referred to as the emergency fund, I think during the corona time most of us kind of went through that, where we didn't have that emergency fund to dip into, and that people had like a really bad experience with that. So I think for someone who, I'm thinking back into where I was also when I first started working, I think my mom always used to say, save 10% of your salary. You know, I think that relates to what Gaston was saying in terms of, you know, diverting some of your funds to like an account where that'll build a little bit of an emergency fund if you need to. And then I think when you do the financial planning and you get to that X amount of money, then you can think about either are you going to save or you're going to invest. And I think in terms of investing, he will also talk a lot about it, but there are so many options. Now there's so much help online. You can talk to industry experts, you can do your own research. But I think starting with that saving bit of it, getting to that discipline of saving, especially for a newcomer, is like the starting point.
And also once again, it's interesting that you brought up the whole online aspect of it, and there's so much information available, and it's tough to sort of filter out what to follow. Do you think that there's maybe a negative impact as well, where, you know, certain people go down the wrong path when it comes to financial advice? You know, they sign up for these online courses and so on. Do you think that there has been a negative impact with the expansion of social media?
It depends on where you go to, I think, right? You have to go to trusted sources and industry experts, like people, even if it's a brokerage firm, you know, like people who are really good at what they're doing. So you can refer to them. And then you can always get a mentor in terms of like somebody who's experienced in their financial planning and everything. So it depends on where you go and who you talk to. So you have to be
mindful.
Yes.
Excel file is your best friend.
You
know, create an Excel document and having your target of how much you want to save, and you know, focusing on that, and you're inputting how your expenses, whether it's for a Saturday night out with your significant other or whatever, how much you want to spend. So you have a choice of going to a fancy restaurant or going to something a little bit stepped down. Based on that, you know what your budget is. Excel is your best friend when it comes to that. Because you could see the ultimate, what if I spend this, what if I go to a 5-star restaurant compared to...
This would be the result.
So that will be the result. So,
in terms of investment also, it really depends on the time frame.
Okay.
So because the options and the returns also vary. I mean, if it's a relatively short term, maybe real estate, for example, would be out of the question. Also depends on the quantum of funds that you have at hand. So I mean, there's so many options available, but I mean, you can't really generalize and say, you know, this is the option. It really depends on so many things.
It depends on the goal you have, right? Like you said, the financial goal that you have.
As both of them brought up, this foundation for somebody starting up is to have that envelope that Shane mentioned about, because you have to have some sort of capital to begin. So pre-authorizing a 10%, like you said, there's a good formula, pre-authorizing an amount to go from every paycheck to the other. So when you see what you see in your bank account is minus that amount.
Yeah.
So that is a fantastic way to begin. I mean, to invest, you got to have the capital to invest. You can borrow and invest. That's the wrong formula. So the foundation is what both of them said, to have that disappearing, whatever the dollar or the rupee amount or the percentage of your salary, which you don't see and which you don't have easy access. In a year from now, you could have that much capital to make an investment. And we'll talk more about what investments and what's good, what's not good, and so on and so forth, as on the next part maybe. But the foundation is what Shane said, the discipline, the quote from Winston Churchill, which is fantastic, and that pre-authorized savings that go, the 10% as you mentioned, or high the better, but 10 I think is a comfortable amount which you don't feel the pain of not having it, and Excel being your best friend for that what if I spend this much statement.
Thanks. And the final question of this segment is for you, Gaston. It's can you provide tips for our listeners and our viewers to make informed choices when it comes to long-term investments? Because a lot of people, they're always looking for instant results. They want to invest money maybe today or tomorrow and then gets significant returns in a very short period. But that's not reality. So could you sort of speak a bit about what they need to look for when investing long-term and the importance of investing long-term?
I think the first thing to look at is there's no easy way to make money and there's no quick way to make money. If there's an investment opportunity or something online or somebody says something, hey, there's an easy way of making money, returns are fantastic, you have to run away from it. The foundation is you have to work hard for it. And there's no quick and easy way of making money. So that should be the foundation that you have, number one. If somebody comes up with an easy plan, it's a big no-no. It comes up on social media, make this investment here and you'll get returns at this much. If something sounds too good to be true, it is too good to be true. So that's number one. So long term, yes, it depends on what your risk, how much risk you want to take. If you're young and your liabilities are less or your commitments are less, you're living with your parents, you don't have bills to pay, then you can take a bigger risk on your investment. But if you have commitments that you have to pay a rent or a mortgage payment for your apartment or whatever the case may be, and you have a car that you're making payments on, then the risk that you're taking has to be less. Of course, in investment, the higher the risk, the more return you get. But at the same time, you're risking your capital and so on and so forth. So it all depends on individuals' commitments that they have. If you're just starting off, and you're with your parents, so you have a roof, you're protected there, and then you can take a bigger risk to make in the short period of time. But usually, investment pays off on long term. So I won't talk about real estate at this stage, because you're still saving the initial amount and you're building a capital and you're using that to sort of multiply maybe a guaranteed investment savings account. So your capital is guaranteed, and because you locked it in for 2 years or 3 years, your interest, what you're getting is sort of higher, or they might even say 5 years, I'll give you a higher return. So you lock in with that, but it's a guaranteed investment savings account where your capital is guaranteed. Now, the riskier ones are that you might lose the capital, stocks or bonds. You don't want to do that at the start, because you're just starting off and you work so hard to make that capital, and you lose that all at once with a bad decision or a market collapse, and you're going to be demotivated, you're going to feel down, so on and so forth. So it depends on the individual's liabilities, basically, but no shortcut.
Yeah.
It's a good old-fashioned hard work.
Add something very small to that, sure. I'd like to say, whatever it is, whatever the time period, whatever the time frame, whatever the quantum, do not put all of your eggs in one
One
basket.
basket.
Like that's a big no-no. Even if it's a small amount, or if it's millions of bucks.
Diversify.
Yeah, you have to always make sure it's diversified. Not all of your money is in real estate. Not all of it is in stocks. Not all of it is in the sort of in a savings account or a deposit as well. So you have to have some portion in higher risk, some portion in lower
Balanced
risk.
portfolio. Yeah. Most investment brokers sort of look at your financial situation and they would sort of diversify. If you go with, it's always good to go with an investment broker who knows finances than yourself. But the foundation begins at what both of you said, the 10% that you said, and then with the sort of the secondary account. Because in order to invest, you have to have something. You can invest something out of the so that if you're starting off, it's crucial that you set up something to go, and you have no idea how fast it collects because you're not looking at it. So as long as you don't see it and you don't have easy access to it, it grows, and it's it's amazing how much it grows.
If you enjoyed that video, make sure to like and subscribe to the GEP YouTube channel. And we also have a bunch of very interesting practical short courses which are related to the episodes from the podcast. So stay tuned.